Hey everyone, Graham here from therecordingrevolution.com, and we are at the very end of what I'm calling Songwriting Month. So this is all following my challenge for myself. I've been writing an EP. Hopefully you've been writing some music as well. And what I thought would be cool to do today was kind of give you a little behind the scenes on how I sit down and write songs, like what it really looks like. I just want to give you an idea of my little workflow. I think workflow is really cool. When you see other people's workflows, you get inspired, or you learn something new, or you realize another way to work that maybe isn't your way to work, but it might open up your mind a little bit. I like to write music first, okay? I wrote about this on the website. Does lyrics come first for you? Does music come first for you? There's very different approaches to writing a great song. Both are totally doable. I am more of a music guy than I am a lyric guy, so I look at music as the most important thing, and then the lyrics help sell the music. Even though the song is about the lyrics, ironically the music is what moves me, and then the lyrics are just solidify that. So I always start with the music, and for me that's on the guitar most of the time. I start with the actual instrumentation, and then I move on to the vocal melody. This is before I have a single lyric, or even if I have a single arrangement, that may not even be in place, but I start with the vocal melody on the hook for sure. Maybe even in the verse, but I love melodies that are clearly defined, so that you could go humming that melody and it's not all over the place. I like to kind of rein it in and it be like learnable, repeatable, defined. For instance, the song I'm working on, when I'm working on it, all I know is if the chorus is going to go something like this musically, let's say I'm digging that as a chorus riff, chord, whatever. The first thing I'll do is find out what can I do with my voice that will fit on top of that. What can I do melody-wise with the vocal that will pair perfectly with that in the way I like to hear music and be catchy, memorable, singable, make me want to sing the song over and over again. So I'll make up words or just sing syllables just to nail down the melody. So when writing this song, I was kind of banging it out and I kind of came to this melody. When I'm working through it, that's what I finally came to, is like that melody. It could be an instrument that plays it, it could be a vocal that sings it, but it pairs over those chords, makes me want to sing it, and it felt right. So I literally won't craft any lyrics until that melody is note for note specifically laid down. So it doesn't start out that way. Maybe one little vocal part of it I kind of liked, and I wasn't sure how the second half would go or how it would end, but I kept like tweaking it and refining that melody till I could sing it without thinking over and over again. That's the melody I want. This is the reason why I do this. This changes the phrasing of my lyrics. Me nailing down the vocal melody creates a boundary for my lyrics because it creates a limitation and a boundary for my phrasing. So if the melody goes ba ba ba, then my lyrics are going to have to fit inside of that. This is just a way that I like to work. In one way it's limiting, but then again that's my favorite tool in the studio, is have limitations. And I use that limitation of a vocal melody, a clearly defined vocal melody, for then me to squeeze lyrics in. Same thing on the verse. So the verse riff is vocal melody over that I came up with was like a harmony to it. On the third time I go up. I write all of that out melodically before I even touch a lyric, so that once all that's in place, the verse riff like that is in place, melodically it's in place, and then the chorus is melodically in place, then I sit down at my computer with a Google Doc or whatever and start working on lyrics. Now, just like any time you're writing lyrics, I have to know what I'm singing about, so I will nail that down. I'll think of an idea or a concept, or there's something that maybe I wanted to be writing about, and I'll write from that. Or I'll start with a line. The beauty is that that's such a broad thing for me to think about what to write about, how would I write about it, what words would I use. It's too big for me. So if I have a nailed down melody, like those vocal melodies, then I can say if I want this song to be a love song, or I want this song to be a song about a painful experience, or I want it to be about whatever, I can take that concept and funnel it into my boundaries of these vocal melodies. Well, it has to fit these melodies. And so that's where my lyrics come from, because certain words and phrases fit better in the melody than others, and it's a limitation that breeds my specific lyric, and it's beautiful. So with this song, it falls into lots of different things, but in the chorus, it goes something like this: sticks and stones are tearing me in two until you start breaking me down to my bones and fill me with spirit, sword, shield, and armor. For me, it's the most freeing experience because I don't know how to take an idea and just write a beautiful piece of poetry or lyric. I have to have some sort of boundary, and this gives me that boundary. So I'll flesh that out through the verses, through the bridge. It always starts with the melody for me because that's where I get sold on a song. You can have the most cool lyrics, but if the song doesn't move me, I don't care. But if the song catches me, or it's catchy or happy or sad or whatever it is musically, if it pulls me in, I'll pay attention to the lyrics. That's the way I am as a listener, and that's the way I write. So I know that's not the way everybody writes. I have friends that are way more talented at songwriting than I am, and they write completely different than this. But I just wanted to give you a little behind the scenes into my workflow, as it might inspire you, it might get you pumped up, or maybe you can identify with it. Or maybe you've never tried to write like this, and that might give you something to try in your writing. So that's how I do it: music, melody, then lyric. Hope that helps you. Again, Graham from therecordingrevolution.com. We are at the end of Songwriting Month. If you missed any of the videos or the extra posts over at therecordingrevolution.com, go crush them right now, and then get into your studio or your bedroom or wherever and just start writing some great music, because we're going to get into recording next month. But if you have nothing great to record, it doesn't matter how good it sounds if the songs aren't really interesting. So go write some killer tunes. Take care.